And if I may,
Or
I've got to jump on that idea of, well, if you're aggressive, you could have more in equities. Remember, the person who has a 30-year mortgage is putting aside $1,000 less a month toward their mortgage, so they have found cash flow that can effectively be deployed anywhere else. Even if the market 5 years in takes a 20% dip, the person who just encountered the 20% dip has far more access to capital because it's at least in an account, even in a 20% downturn, that they can access in an emergency. That is totally not present for the person that did the 15-year mortgage. The 15-year mortgage is couched as the quote-unquote safe or quote-unquote responsible thing to do, when in fact, it's just a way for us to make a bigger commitment on a consistent, ongoing basis to a financial institution that if we later ask to have some of those extra payments given back to us, the extra $1,000 a month that perhaps we put in for the last 10 years, and then we have an emergency, child who has an enormous health problem that needs medication, or we have a reason that we need to infuse capital into our business, maybe to save the biggest item on your balance sheet. And you go to the bank and say, can I get that $120,000 that I gave you extra over the last 10 years? Or could I just not make payments for a little while based upon all that extra money I gave you? And they're going to say, sure, you have 90 days, and then you're going to be on the courthouse steps after that. No offense, we've loved having you as a customer until now. Sorry.
Or 5 years into a 15-year mortgage, lose your job and try to refinance into the 30-year mortgage that you would have had before. You can't say, oh, just give me the same. I just want lower payment, 50. Like, no, you can't qualify for a new one at that point. So you're absolutely right. Risk, we got to compare all apples and all apples.
Yeah,
to see what that risk means, right?
That's right. Hey guys, so glad you could tune in and watch that video. I want to remind you to subscribe. Be sure to hit the notification bell so you can get the latest piece of financial knowledge that we release. And don't forget, go to Amazon, get a copy of Sound Financial Advice. Why? Because it'll make you better looking and smarter.